Is this a good budget bait casting reel? Let's find out. In this video, I'll be doing a quick unboxing as well as a quick cast testing session of the new Shimano SLX 70. And this MGL reel here comes into 3 different speeds. This specific model is the 71XG, which is the fastest speed. It's 8.2 to 1 gear ratio. There is also a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio as well as a 6.3 to gear ratio. However, the 6.3 version is only available right hand retrieve. The MSRP for this reel is $149.99, which is an insane price. And the reason why I want to explore this reel is because I feel like at this price and with the flock of size 70 baitcasting reels in the US market, I think this is going to be king due to the price and what it is being offered. So let's get this video started. All right, let's take a quick look at this reel here. And for $149.99, you know, SLX is basically the entry level, but not like totally like budget, but it's like an entry level into their mid-range, higher end type stuff, because they only give you a taste of some of the good stuff. A lot of stuff is still budgets. Like there's not many bearings here. Let's take a look at this box for a second. As you see, there's only 4 plus 1. The rest are bushings where, you know, something needs to rotate. And even the line guide, take a look at the line guide right there. Okay, this is not a vortex style. It's not focusing. Yeah, it's not a vortex style line guide, so therefore it may rub on the eyelet, which is okay, right? Because this is a very, very small spool, size 70. Okay, so it's not gonna really make that hard angle and create that strong friction and reducing your casting. So I guess it's okay. If it was a bait finesse reel, then you know I would give them a lot of heat for that. But for a size 70 reel, that's okay. You're throwing lures heavy enough where it does not matter. Okay, it does not matter at all. And let's see. No drag clicker, right? No clicker on the tension knob. Okay, even the star drag is like plastic, or yeah, it's plastic. Okay, but thumb handle, nice and grippy, the typical Shimano stuff. Let's weigh the spool, but take a look at that. Okay, so this here sports 2 things for the upper higher end reels, right? So we have the MGL spool. This is the MGL 3, generation 3. It should have the silent tune in it. And of course, there is an external side plate here so that you could configure the braking. Oh, what the braking. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I heard it because I put it close to me. There was like a click. It might have gotten stuck out of factory, but I was not able to turn this, and now I'm able to turn it. Okay. But it's still kind of hard, especially closer to the 1. But 1 is min. Okay, so what this does is, when I spin this, oh, it's a beautiful spin. Pretty cool. Okay, as I spin this, right, this thing goes closer to the spool. And this is centrifugal braking. Okay, so you have the tabs here, right? You could open up the side plate, and having the beetle spin is great because you won't drop your side plate. And these are all on right now. But what happened is when it spins very fast, this thing shoots out, and it's supposed to be rubbing on here. It's hard to see because I can't take the whole thing out. But it is ramped if you look in. Okay, so it's rubbing on the side as brakes. And once it slows down enough, these thing backs out a little bit because it utilizes centrifugal force, right? And therefore it's free spooling, and you'll be using your thumb basically for this reel. And it's hard to take this out. Hold up. Oh, okay, it's stuck right there. See that right there? Be careful. Okay, that will hit the spool, and it might be hard to take out. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at the spool. No bearing on the spool, but there are 2 O-rings on it. The silent tune. Keep it nice and quiet. But yeah, MGL3. Let's take a look at the weight of the spool, and then let's go cast test. There we go. Look at that. 13.63. So it's pretty light. And given the price of this, cheaper than, say, Daiwa, their SV70 spools, reels. I guess the cheapest one would be the Tatula, which is still like $220. Now, at $150, will this be a good finesse bait casting reel that's not bait finesse? We shall find out. For this cast testing session, I will have this reel spooled up with 12-pound mono. This is Suffolk Siege. And then for the rod, I have a discontinued rod from Major Craft. This is the MS1, the MSC WJ701 medium. The low rating for this rod is 1/4 ounce to 5/8, and it is a fast action. And I feel like this reel here, if it goes really well and throws very low, likely this reel could work well for a medium light rod too. But let's do a cast testing session and see how well this reel casts. All right, just got to the cast testing pond. The hurricane is coming. Well, it's not coming here. It's gonna hit Georgia, right? But the storm still right around the area. We're gonna get some rain, definitely getting some wind. So we're gonna position ourselves in a way where we cast nicely. Let's do here. The wind is actually going kind of that way, okay? But standing here feels great. Got some trees protecting me, so the mic should sound okay. Let's talk about the lure. The first lure we're throwing today, and it's the typical one I use for like my standard size baitcasting reel from I guess size 70 reels to 100. Okay, so this is the Chatter Spike from Z-Man, and then I have their ZWG hook. This is 1/8 ounce for all. The total weight here is approximately 3/8 ounce. I'm using the Major Craft, the MS1. This is a discontinued rod, but this thing's a medium power rod, 7 foot, rated down to 1/4 ounce. So it's perfect. Okay, it's perfect for this, and we are gonna cast this. First thing first, let's talk about my settings. I have all the brakes in the internal dial turned on, and the external dial it is set to min. And for the tension, I pretty much tighten to the point where it will drop down pretty fast, okay? And it will backlash just a little bit if it let it touch the ground. I see it kind of messy, but it's all about feathering if you want to get far distance. All right, so first cast, and I did not feather that, and whew, this is gonna take me a while to fix this, but yeah, whew, very interesting. Very interesting, but I can feel it. It will definitely cast pretty far if I feather it through, okay? But yeah, centrifugal braking is a lot harder than magnetic braking. As you guys all know, I love magnetic braking, so it's gonna take me a bit to dial in, but you know, if you master your reels, centrifugal braking reels, you're very familiar with it, you'll cast a good distance more than magnetic braking. I could probably hit those geese over there, okay, with this 3/8 ounce lure, even with the wind, okay, even with the wind. So I'm gonna fix this, okay, and this time I am gonna tighten the tension just a little bit more, and then I am also gonna feather through, okay, and that wasn't a hard cast. It wasn't a hard cast at all, so I was pretty surprised. So let's tighten the tension a little bit more, and oh yeah, it's still freaking going fast. So I guess I could do a thing or two, right? And that is I could turn the outer dial for a little bit, just to get familiar with it. And once again, when you turn the outer dial, what happens is that little, it's like a cone shape, okay? It gets closer to those little tabs inside your spool. And that means it's gonna rub longer. And sometimes you need that, okay? Especially during your initial cast. Your initial cast is the strongest. It dispenses a lot of line, right? And sometimes that causes what you see here, over spooling. So using that, you can potentially tame those and make it a lot easier for the early beginning of the cast. Because right now it is blowing up at the beginning of the cast, right? So let's just do this, okay? Let's reel it up and let's put it to like notch number 2 and just see how it behaves. Okay, let's see how it behaves. All right, let's put this thing to notch number 2. Right there. All right, and this time I'll cast softer. Woo, actually it's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right, I'm gonna cast a lot harder now. And let me put down my backpack because Jimbo gonna wing this thing. It backlashed a little bit, but it fixed itself. Like, you kind of heard it, and it just kept going. So if I feather it a little bit better, I could probably hit very close to that bank right there. And it's going out accurate. Very, very cool. Okay, one more time. Oh, I feathered too hard there and it went to left. Yeah, man, I'm pretty scared of backlash, especially if I change the braid. Yeah, I am over spooling, but I think I could back the brakes down a little bit, cast softer, feather through. Now, this is very interesting because I feather very early in the game now with the centrifugal braking. If I feather too soon, I'll lose some distance. But so far, I'm casting out pretty good, pretty far, and these are all soft casts. All right, watch again. Oh, that's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, I loosened the tension knob just a little bit. But yeah, if you loosen the tension knob a little bit, it bushes up too quick and you're feathering too much. You gotta rely on the reel a little bit more, Jimbo. So this is what we do. We'll tighten the tension, right? But we are also gonna take, let's say, 2 tabs off. And then we're also gonna increase outside back to brake 2. And let's see how this goes. Okay, we're gonna feather through again. But this is pretty cool. Like, I'm such a geek. Woo! Too much over spooling. Let's see. All right, so yeah, if I put the tension up too much and then, yeah, you do lose that distance. What if I put the outside all the way to the max for a second, 6? I'm very curious, especially when there's wind out here. Whoa, actually, that's actually pretty cool. I did not feather that at all. I'm gonna put it at 5 instead of 6. Try again. No, once again, the inside at the spool, right? Only 2 tabs, brakes. I took off basically, let's say 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Gotta be even, you know? Whoa. I am not backlashing. Dude. Don't have the distance though. Don't have the distance. So let's put this at 4. Wow, this is fun. Whoa, that is just like earlier, okay, where I did my best cast with all the brakes on for the internal dial and at 1 on the outside. Wow, this is impressive. I'm put at 3 now, okay, 3. All right, holy crap, that is good distance. Pretty good distance. I don't know about y'all, but this is pretty fun. This is pretty fun. Whoa. All right, what if I loosen the tension knob a little bit from here? Because we already played around with 2 on the external dial and 2 on the internal dial, right? Let's lower the tension just. Wait, is that tighten? Yeah, that's tighten. Hold up. Yeah, this way. Yeah, it's going fast. All right, let's try this again. Yee! Whoa, it fixed itself, dude. See, it took this long to dial a centrifugal braking versus a magnetic braking, but yo, I got this one tuned pretty well to my liking. All right, well, I haven't hit the edge of the pond like I predicted, but still. So I looked in the box, I got a 1/8 ounce jig head, and also I got a swim bait, 3-inch, right? So we have the Z-Man Slim Swims, and I got the Eye Strike Fishing, the finesse jig head. This is the 1/8 ounce with a 1/0 hook. Total weight here is under 6 grams. You guys can look at the screen for the actual weight. So it's under a 1/4 ounce. This rod here is rated down to 1/4 ounce. Can I cast something like this light? Okay, if we can, whew, this reel could be on a medium light rod, and I could be power finesse fishing with it rather than, you know, using a bait finesse reel. But anyway, let's give it a shot, shall we? And it is backlashing like crazy. It's over spooling. So yeah, we could probably configure this. This might be too light for this rod and also with all that line on. But if I put PE line on this or thinner line, like maybe 8 pound, 10 pound, right? 10 pound line, maybe like halfway. Ooh, I gotta use this for a finesse setup. But this is not too bad of a backlash. This is not too bad. I mean, we went out, we cast out there. It was pretty accurate. It went straight, okay? That's what's really important, okay? If you cast out straight, I think that's like half the battle. So for this instance, right, it went out straight, it just backlashed. All I have to do is probably feather it. All right, now it didn't go too straight now because I guess my feathering sucks. I feathered too hard and it just decided to go one direction. So let me cast softer. See, it went out straight. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Let me put the brakes up a little bit more from the external dial. Let's put a 4. 4 on the outside, 2 on the inside. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there you go. You could cast this. You could cast this. So yeah, I like this side plate here. It's actually a lot better than casting. If you guys remember, I play around with the Speed Demon Elite. They basically try to copy the same thing, right? It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh, that went off to the left a little bit. So I think it might be still a little too light. You gotta be like consistent, like 10 out of 10 cast to say that, you know, it's accurate, but I don't know why I went to left like that. So let's try again. Oh, I hit the tree behind me, but it still went out straight, no backlashing. Lucky. All right, let me just walk over just a little bit. Here we go. All right, so yeah, I say you can do this. You put this on a medium light rod, 10-pound line, whew, you'll be casting lures under a 1/4 ounce. So this is impressive. Wow, this is one amazing reel. I mean, I am so impressed with it. If I were to use PE line, like I mentioned during the cast testing session, I could likely cast lighter lures a lot further and a lot easier. In fact, I did a cast testing session with another reel, and I was like, hey, this reel here likely could cast better than that reel. So I put on the same thin line. I was using 0.6 gold braided line, 125 feet, and I was able to cast a 3.5 gram spoon very, very easily. So this reel is very, very impressive. And at this price, wow. There's a couple of things I want to say about the market right now. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are a lot of size 70 reels being introduced in the US market. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. I think a lot of folks are using PE line now as it's getting more popular, as it makes the total weight of the spool a lot lighter. So it becomes very versatile. You cast lighter lures compared to using mono, right? So a lot of people want to use a size 70 reel. And casting have a lot. I think casting have plenty of size 70 reels. Daiwa have a few. But at this price point, I think this guy right here is going to blow all of them out of the water, especially casting, because casting have a lot of reels, and a lot of them are getting to the expensive side, but I don't think it could perform like this. And then on Daiwa side, I am quite disappointed because they don't really have that much budget-friendly stuff when it comes to size 70 reel. I believe the only one they have right now is the Tatula 70, and that's like over $200-something. I would love to see Daiwa bring back the Fuego, and maybe like a Fuego 70. That was kind of like the SLX in a way, because it's kind of like budget E, but not like super budget, but they will feature a couple things for the higher end stuff. So it'll be really cool to see if Daiwa brings something out like that. But yeah, this guy right here, definitely made to kill a lot of the Chinese brand reels, such as Cast King, because wow, this thing is so amazing. It feels so much better than, let's say, the last reel I played with from Cast King, which is the Mega Jaws Elite, their Shao Spool Edition. And you guys check out the video in the description below or the end card. This thing right here does way better, and it casts lower and it's more accurate. So get this guy at Discount Tackle. I'll have a link in the description below. Yes, it's an affiliate. Each time you buy something from Jimbo and his affiliate link, you help out my channel so that I can provide you guys with cool content such as this. Thank you for watching. The fish don't wait. Catch y'all on the next episode.